Loving your neighbor means tolerating their 2-minute theme song for over 22 years.
Why do I have a shoe on my head?
I'm about to tell Latasha the story of Flibber Olu. And in that story, you, Larry, have a shoe on your head.
So why is Larry wearing the shoe now? Don't they usually wait until after the countertop sequences change? And on that note, they always keep alternating between whether these stories are live or pre-recorded in relation to the countertop. Make up your mind!
Hurry up and tell the story. My head's starting to sweat.
Even more reason why they should have changed off screen like they always do. Literally the only reason why they didn't this time was so the countertop would have a punchline.
On the mountains of Fibble, the wind and the rains never came.
Yeah, I suppose that's a decent explanation for the lack of plant life anywhere.
So the people of Jibberty-Lot would look down and bellow at shoe-headed fellows.
Look down. Your two towns are at about the same height. Speaking of height, I think the altitude got to everyone's head seeing how they go to war over something as trivial as the best headgear.
Mine's really more of a kettle.
Breaking the rhyme scheme in the name of a one-off joke.
Not all of the people who lived in these cities were angry and bitter and vile.
Wait, but you just said...
Two tiny towns that were nothing but trouble.
This is noticeably something but trouble. I get the feeling they forgot to animate Larry's mouth here. He's got this big, unmoving grin that he keeps for the entire shot, even when it doesn't fit.
I'm tired of lying around like a squid.
That's racist to squid.
Gosh, this is fun. It's great that my lobster can get out and run.
Hey, more of that forgetting to animate his mouth action.
It's great that my lobster can get out and run.
All was well until suddenly, the sky gave up.
Why, they shook him so hard that he dropped his milk money.
We hit the jackpot, guys! A whole penny! Guess our work here is done.
Then he said with a moan.
Larry noticeably does not moan.
The sound he could hear was just the wind hissing.
Which conveniently picks up now, just for the joke to work before disappearing once more. The lobster is a bad friend. You have time to think about how busy you are, yet you don't take that time to just pull this guy out of the hole?
I'm very important, I can't stand in chat.
She says, before stopping to stand and chat. Also, they take the time to talk to each other about how busy they are, but they don't take that time to get back to their businesses and or just pull this guy out of the hole? Still not animating their mouths.
They looked at each other, then said with a smile, "We're busy, busy."
You're not even real mayors or nurses, are you?
Busy, frightfully busy.
You had time to set up a... No, I give up. They didn't put their mouths in at all for this shot. The nurse hangs a blank line on her wall because she's too busy to sign her name on it.
He has a shoe and I have a pot, but when we look deeper, there's more that we've got.
No, there really isn't. Your only defining characteristic in this story is your headwear. Who are you singing to?
Now if you visit the mountains of Fibble, you won't see a shoe or a pot. Instead, they throw flowers and candy to nibble.
They still need to work on their throw. Gifts never seem to reach the other town.
And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry.
Skip! The exhaust of the spaceship doesn't set Junior's carpet on fire.
Ah, who are you?
I'm Bob. I'm a tomato, and I need your help.
Whoa, deja vu.
If you've been through this before, then why do you need a reintroduction as if last time never happened?
Larry,
What?
how many times have I told you not to eat while you're wearing your helmet?
How does he eat while he's wearing his helmet? Apparently, the chocolate just phases through it somehow, as Larry nibbles on one side to swing it off the other.
Our starship, the USS Apple Pies, is in grave danger.
Does anyone else see something wrong with the namesake of a ship filled with vegetables being mashed fruit? Incoming meteor here, no meteor here.
Didn't you minor in aerospace technology at the Happy Tots preschool?
Minoring in aerospace? Gee, I wish I made that much life progress in preschool.
Play-Doh.
Trademarks. I forgave the breaking and entering since we're kind of in a life or death situation here, but I draw the line at evidenceless kidnapping. Also, the fact that Junior's parents don't hear any of this.
I think my helmet's on backwards.
You think? Something about this music makes me want to write an angry conservative letter.
How many people are on the ship?
364.
And how many escape pods are there?
2.
Well, that was a stupid design choice. Also, the captain has his own miniship complete with shrinker beam. Why don't we just have more of those for escape? Or even better, we use the shrinker beam to fit more people in the escape pods.
Popcorn ball meteor.
The worst kind.
Yeah, not like those baby meteors made of solid rock or scrap metal. Popcorn is the most lethal substance in the world. How does Scooter ever balance on this leafy nub? No wonder this is the only episode he has it.
Not the new guys. They don't know anything.
Well, that's condescending. Jerry is missing his headset in this shot. And don't tell me he took it off just to put it back on before the next one. Grab the gourds. Jimmy and Jerry were brought into the battlefield with no knowledge of what mission they had to accomplish whatsoever. Don't believe me?
Hey, look, some kind of a planet or something. What is this stuff?
That said, how did the apple pie's crew expect the gourds to even approach the meteor, let alone decide to eat it?
Do you think it's possible?
What, the 2 gourds could eat an entire meteor over 100 times their size in less than 2 minutes? Why would I not? Bob panics so hard he slides back into the shot and pops away before running again. Okay, so maybe the gourds got carried away and ate their escape pods with the popcorn. My question is, how can they breathe? And how can we hear them?
Well, I got a little bit hungry, so I was just snacking on the sun table.
Setting a good example for kids there, aren't you? No, wait, that's not a table. That's a Klondike bar with legs. Also, how is it still standing with one leg completely gone?
Plug it in!
Why didn't I think of that?
Yeah, why didn't you think of that?
Hit it, boys.
Who are these boys? The microphone dances. More trademarks. Awkwardly spinning all the way around the apple pies for no clear reason aside from a dramatic shot. They could have just made a straight shoot for Junior's house right about here.
Dad, come quick!
What is it?
Oh, so now Dad hears the loud noises in Junior's bedroom.
Maybe if the slime monster shows up and tries to squirt slime all over us, Fernando could maybe blast him with his X-ray eyes.
Children's imaginations.
Lieutenant Larry here dropped our map right out of the spaceship.
How do you even do that? You're in an airtight dome with no windows while you're driving.
Could just give us directions to the freeway?
Why do you need land directions when you're flying into outer space? Unless they're talking about them getting back to the countertop, in which case, how far into this show within a show logic are we, really? Is this just a play, or is it actually happening, and we're actually following an oblivious child with 1,000 secret cameras? And now that I think about it, this scenario would explain why Junior's parents don't notice any kidnapping, as they probably approve the studio to let this show happen. But the fact that none of this is actually made clear at any point in VeggieTales is still a sin.
Can we stop at Mr. Slushy?
No, we need that money for tolls.
Paying road tolls when you're in a tiny flying spaceship. This verse is actually Leviticus 19:18b. They kinda dropped out the part about revenge in the name of their own context. The text on Cordy's screen mysteriously vanishes, but the background does not.